Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video I wanted to show you guys something that I use a lot. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's a perk build that I use all the time. I've honestly been using it since the perk loadout update came out. It was the first other loadout that I made, and I have made a video about this in the past, but I wanted to kind of, revamp it, whatever. And honestly, I'm going to stop ranting here. But the purpose of today's video is I'm going to show you guys my camp and vendor loadout. What I mean by that is this is the loadout that I use when I go to the train stations, when I'm in my camp, stuff like that, just to kind of help me out and give me all the possible benefits that I can receive from either being at the vendor or being in my camp. So let me show you what I have here. These are all my different, builds, stuff like that. And as far as I know, you can have, I think, like infinite perk loadouts. I was actually talking to my friend Wastelord, and he said that there was a max of 10. If that's the case, then it's a max of 10. I'm not exactly sure, but as far as I know, you can have a lot of them. But anyways, when the perk loadout update came out, we got one extra, loadout, so we could have two. And my first one was a rifleman one, and obviously I had my, like makeshift warrior perks on there and my gunsmith ones and all that along with my rifleman perks. But when the update came out, I was like, perfect. I can take these, repair, building, whatever perks off of my rifleman build and then, make a totally separate class for them, and that way I can maximize my rifleman build. And I actually kept this build and I still use it to this day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the perks that I have, and then I'll talk about, why I use these perks, why I use the loadout when I use it, blah, 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 blah. So over here in strength, I have strong back on at 4. That's going to make sure that my carry weight is going to be the best it possibly can be regarding perks. I also have traveling pharmacy on. I usually carry anywhere from 500 to 1,000 stim packs on me, so that's going to be great. Chems are reduced by 90%, and that's all chems, not just stim packs, obviously. I also have sturdy frame on here, if I'm carrying armor, whether it's me crafting it or if it's after an event. I have a lot of it that I picked up. That's really good to reduce the weight of that. And then I also have gladiator and incisor on here, just in case of the event. And, I put this loadout on every time I go to a vendor and every time I come to my camp. So sometimes, if I am like running away quickly or I'm going to an event, sometimes I'll forget to switch it back. And in that event, where I'm stuck somewhere, I want to make sure that I at least have, some weapon perks on there to make sure that I can have a pretty fair fight. And as you guys know, well, maybe you guys probably don't, but I carry a combat knife on me at all times. I think that having a variation of weapons on you, regardless of the perks that you have, is a very good thing. Honestly, might be a thing for another video, but I just have it on there just in case, I get into a little bit of a jam. So moving on here to perception, I have expert lockpick and master lockpick on. I don't pick locks that much unless it's for his daily challenge. So I have this on there just in case I need it. And then in the event where I have to do a daily challenge or pick a bunch of, flora or flowers, whatever it is up, I have green thumb on there, and that way I'm collecting twice as much when I'm doing that. Over here in endurance, and I should say, guys, my nose is stuffed up today, so apologies on that. But over here in endurance, I have life giver. That's just going to bump up my health. I mean, why not? And then I also have homebody. And homebody is important. This is going to be like the first actual camp perk in this loadout. With homebody, at 2 stars, you gain improved health and limb regeneration while in your camp or workshop. So I'm going to want to have that on. And then when I'm in my camp, let's be regenning health. Over here in Charisma, I have Inspirational on just to, get 15 more XP when I'm building and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. You get XP from doing that, so why not get more XP from doing that? I have Hard Bargain on here. This is the one and only perk that I really have for the vendor aspect of this. This is at 3 stars. Make sure that when you're going to the train station or any kind of vendor, you have better buying and selling prices there. It's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is, you get better prices for it. But the bad thing is, as you're playing throughout the day, you get a lot of stuff. And if you have this perk on, there's a very good chance you might get all of those caps in your first trip there. So that's a little bit up to you. But I don't know. Anyways, moving on here to a travel agent. This is just a 1 star. Considering that I usually wear this class when I'm in my camp or if I'm selling and crafting stuff, if I have to go to the rusty pick, although I don't really think you need to caps to fast travel there anymore. I don't know. But if wherever I'm going, it's just nice to have travel agent on. If I'm buying or if I'm going to camp, stuff like that, it's good to have this on. Over here in intelligence, this is where a lot of our perks are going to be, and honestly, this is going to be up to you, the individual, to decide because I change these out every once in a while. But For the purpose of this video, I threw Makeshift Warrior on there and Gunsmith. These are each rank 5, so it's a lot of stars there. And just quickly, if you guys are curious, these are my legendary perks. I have a lot of ones for, what do you call it, intelligence and strength. So that's how I have so many points and I have so many perks. Anyways, yeah, so Makeshift Warrior and Gunsmith are going to make it so you can craft all the mods, make better weapons, stuff like that. It's really good for when you're repairing stuff too. But yeah, batteries included is going to help me with my ammo. Energy weapon ammo, and then Contractor, another very important one. Crafting workshop items now cost 50% fewer materials. Now, if you are concrete fiends like me and you constantly use concrete in your camp, this is a great perk to have because concrete is honestly kind of hard to come by. So, moving on, that's intelligence. I guess the last thing I could say is you can swap really any of these out with perks such as Armorer, like Fix It Good. What else do we have here? Like Power Patcher, or even the science ones. If you're trying to make science modifications on weapons, you can just switch them out as you please. Over here in agility, I have Action Boy and Marathon on there just in case, to keep my AP up in case, I'm running from somebody or something. Through Hiker, food and drink items are reduced by 90%. Again, just to help with my carry capacity and stuff like that. Home defense on as well. I only have this at 2 stars. I should upgrade that a little bit. But this is just to make turrets and traps. You have to have this perk on and in some way in order to make turrets for the most part. So I also have Ammo Smith on here, and that makes sure that when I'm crafting ammo, I produce 80% more rounds. That is a great perk to have. And then over here in Luck, Class Freak and Starch Genes help my mutations stay on. And then I have Super Duper on as well. When you craft anything at 3 stars, there is a 30% chance you'll get double the results, and that perk triggers all the time. Let me guarantee you that. The final one I have here is Woodchucker when I need to go to Sylvian Sons or Helvetia to get wood. This is a great perk on because I will collect it twice as much. Alright, that's the real brunt of this. That is my camp/vendor loadout as I have it named. So when I come to my camp here, oh hey Earl, what's going on? When I come to my camp here, I'm just kind of throwing that on, making sure that I'm healing, stuff like that. That way I don't have to, mess around with all my perks and switch them around wanting to, craft weapons or repair weapons or whatever it is. And then if I go to a train station, which I'll show you here in a second, let's see. Yeah, so I go to my train station, I get whatever I have, I get all my modifications, my repairs done at my camp, and then I need to go sell everything at the vendor, get it out of my inventory. I will show up to really any train station, and this is, I mean, I'm not really trying to inform you guys of anything with this one, but I'll just show up here, walk over to the loadout station, wherever it might be, and I'm usually rifleman or shotgunner, and I'll just switch over to camp and vendor, and I have everything I need, and I can walk right up here and just start selling stuff, get rid of whatever I need to. And then I have that, whatever. I don't know what else to say here, folks. It's a pretty straightforward class. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys either have one like this, or you have a lot of your, your camp vendor perks, whatever it might be, stacked up pretty nicely in your loadouts. But for the player who is looking to get rid of some of their perks that are needed for weapons or repair, or whatever it might be, this might be a good, I guess, solution to that. And the last thing I want to say, and this is obviously going to be the biggest thing here, what's up, Earl, is that a loadout costs, well, I guess money, costs real money. So going here to the Atomic Shop, if I go to, I believe it's Account, yeah. So a special loadout, I guess number 7 here, so maybe it is a max of 10, I'm not exactly sure. But it's only 500 atoms. Now, it might be, for me, only 500 atoms. It's not a lot because I get, 2,500 or whatever it is every month. But realistically, if I'm going to pose this next to, let's look at this. The Katie Inkwell outfit, I remember when I bought it, it was 700 atoms for an outfit, a cosmetic item. Whereas you're spending, 500 atoms of something that you'll actually be using a lot. So I guess that is the only downside with something like this, is you might actually have to buy another loadout. But for the most part, it's fairly inexpensive, and I will admit this thing has saved me so many times. I mean, there's stuff that, I'll have on me or wait or whatever. I'll flip over to this class and everything is just solved. So guys, I know I was kind of ranting, maybe not making sense on a lot of this stuff, but I figured, I haven't made a video in a couple days, and this is one that I think is really important for people. So I'm not, exactly... what am I trying to say here? I'm not exactly focused on the professional side of all this. I'm more focused on trying to inform you guys and stuff like that. That's all I have for this video, though. I don't want to really waste any more of your time. Thanks to Earl for popping up here if he's still here. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon with more Fallout content. All right, My name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.